Trash talk. So in case you've been living under a rock, there's been a lot of news in Charlotte lately because there's been some protests. Started out peaceful, turned violent. It's sad, it's unfortunate. I didn't know it was happening. At least not for a while. I mean, when I say a while, I mean probably hours later than most people were aware of it. The reason is because I don't watch the news. I try really not to watch the news. I understand that news stations have their marching orders. They want to get ratings, and the things that get ratings are tragedies and people being mean and scary stuff. I believe that has led to a misrepresentation of the society and the world that we live in. Are there terrible things that happen? Yes. Is our life just full of them? Probably not. Do we need to walk out the door and be afraid every day because of all the crappy stuff we see on TV? No. But we're conditioned to because all we see on the news, particularly, is the bad stuff. There's a really great TED Talk by a guy named Shawn Achor. He also wrote a book, and he was also interviewed on a podcast called Entreleadership. It's an entrepreneurial / leadership podcast that I listen to once in a while. I'm going to link to it in the description. The TED Talk, I think, is probably 18-20 minutes, like most of them are. His interview on this show is maybe 30 minutes, but it's really, really cool stuff about the actual research and study and data of being happy. And they have facts and figures and research that supports news, that supports the idea or that validates the idea that the news is bad for our happiness. So we try not to watch a lot of news. I really don't like when it's on TV. I don't watch it. I obviously see news because I'm online and I'm on Facebook and whatever, but I don't know. Just don't watch the news is what I'm getting at. I'm telling you, stop watching the local news. It's not doing you any good. Well, I need to see the weather. Go to weather.com. Well, I'm curious about what they're doing for our school. Well, then go look for it on your own and find something that you're actually looking for. But don't just be fed whatever is being given to you by a news station that wants to get ratings by scaring us or by showing the fantastical stuff that's going on around us. There's a lot more good going on and a lot more constructive ways to spend our time, I believe, my opinion. I need to know what's going on in the world. Well, okay, first of all, do you really? Second of all, go find it. Go look for what you want. Go look for something. Pick something and go look for it rather than just sit there and accept whatever they decide to dish out. Back to my first point. Do you really need to know what's going on? Maybe you do. Maybe some people are really, that's their thing. It's not my thing. I'd rather spend my time in other ways. This sounds real idealistic, and I do a poor job of it. Spending quality time with the family, stuff like that. Spending time creating things and making things versus just observing the bad. But that's the ideal, right? Is to spend more time creating, to spend more time being with people you want to be with, learning about things you want to learn about, experiencing positivity versus just accepting the constant barrage of doom and gloom that we get from the news. There's other ways to find out what's going on. There's other ways to find out the weather. So that's my rant on trash talk for today. It's getting way too long. Thanks for watching. I hope after this you will be more inclined to turn the news off and go create something. Thanks for watching, as always. You've been a really great audience today. I've really felt that energy. You know, I'm liking that. Keep it coming. We'll see ya.